I've got some bombshell news that's been given to me, some of it by you guys, that's going to absolutely blow your mind, and I'm going to show you how it all relates back to the housing market and why you'd be crazy right now to buy a home. Watch this. What's going on, my YouTube friends? This is Jerry Abbott, your #1 real estate resource here in beautiful Las Vegas. Hey guys, a couple of real quick things before we dive into the video. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn the cold hard facts about the US economy, the US real estate market, and specifically the Las Vegas real estate market, then definitely subscribe to the channel down below. Number two, if you happen to like the content in today's video, make sure to give me that thumbs up like, guys. That would really help the channel out. And number three, if you are thinking about relocating to beautiful Las Vegas, I've got your back. I'm a local real estate agent here. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. When the time is right for you, definitely reach out to me. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll help you find that perfect dream home. Let's dive into the video. All right, so I'm going to show you multiple bombshells in this video, starting with a few examples that you guys actually sent in to me on the comments section from last week's video. So I want to start with this first on-screen graphic here. Let's take a look at this first one. So this first one is from Hugh, who had a dental procedure, saying $17,500 for 2 implant procedures, start to finish: extract, bone graft, implant, and crown. So this next one is from Granderson, saying, I think the biggest ripoff is car insurance, as our company that I have been with for 35 years raised our car insurance from $695 every 6 months to $1,400 every 6 months when I added my husband, who only drives in emergencies or a short distance. This next one is from Las Vegas Smoke, where he says, I got a new car lease. They started with me at $800 a month, negotiated them down to $300 after a cat and mouse marathon. Ripoff. And this last one is from KP5, saying vision insurance is a ripoff. With insurance, new pair of progressive glasses without the frames cost me $954. So if that's not bad enough, I want you guys to check out this short 30-second video clip, and then I'm going to come back on the other side and comment on it.
How America racked up $1 trillion of credit card bill. This is a CNBC story. $1 trillion is what we have right now. Americans have amassed a historic $1 trillion in credit card debt, driven by soaring interest rates due to Federal Reserve rate hikes. Average interest rates for credit cards have reached 22%, over 22%, with retail credit cards nearing, ready, 29%. That means if you have $10,000 in debt, that debt is gonna be $20,000 in 2.5 years.
So credit card debt is a massive problem in this country. We collectively have over $1 trillion in credit card debt, and it is a huge roadblock preventing people from saving money and building wealth, because there's so many people in debt because things cost so much money in today's economy. Now, bringing this back to real estate, I want to reveal another bombshell to you guys that you probably don't even know about. Take a look at this graphic right next to me. Nearly 44% of all single-family homes that were purchased in 2023 were purchased by private equity firms or Wall Street. Now, there's a lot of frustrated home buyers out there that are really angry because they know they can't compete against the big money hedge funds and Wall Street, but there may be some changes coming. Take a look at this on-screen graphic here. This is a bill that just got submitted into Congress, where it says a bill has been introduced into the House and Senate that would prevent hedge funds from owning single-family homes in the United States. So this has become a big issue now, with hedge funds and Wall Street buying up so many single-family homes, so much so that mainstream media is now reporting on it. And I want you guys to take a look at this short 45-second video detailing some of this information.
It's the hedge funds, not the means of everyday Americans, that set the price for the American dream. Take, for example, Bradfield Farms, a community on the outskirts of Charlotte. As this map from the New York Times shows, the red dots highlight 50% of the homes that were sold in Bradfield between 2021 and 2022. They were all bought by large investors who paid in cash. See that? All those homes could have been bought by people trying to pursue the American dream. The first-time home buyers just can't compete with big cash offers. A new bill in Congress could fix the problem. It requires hedge funds to sell at least 10% of their single-family homes that they currently own to families per year over a 10-year period. After the 10-year phase-out, all hedge funds would be completely banned from owning any single-family home.
Now, it remains to be seen whether or not this is going to have any effect on the overall U.S. housing market, but you can bet that Wall Street and these private equity firms are going to fight like hell on Capitol Hill to prevent this bill from passing. So with Wall Street buying up thousands of homes, there is an artificially low inventory level. And here, where I happen to be located in Las Vegas, You can see right next to me that the Las Vegas housing market has steadied even though interest rates still remain high. But as you're about to see, home builders and homeowners are now offering more incentives or lowering prices because the slowdown is here. Let's take a look at some of those examples coming up. All right, so since I'm located here in the Las Vegas area, I wanted to first start with some of the incentives that home builders are offering right now for new home buyers. Now you can see them on a website called Pulte Homes. Now they happen to be a very large nationwide home builder, and especially so here in the Las Vegas area. But right next to my picture, you can see right in the middle of the page there, they're offering special financing, 30-year fixed rate at about 5%. Now this is very attractive to a lot of new home buyers because right now, currently, most home buyers that are borrowing, they're at about an 8% mortgage rate. So this is about a 5% rate. So again, this is one of the biggest incentives that new home builders are offering, in addition to some reduced pricing, which I'm going to show you right now. All right, so I just scrolled down a little bit lower on that home builder website just to show you some of the model homes that they're offering for sale with some reduced home prices. So let's take a look here on the upper left side. You can see just in that little red tag, it says $10,000 in savings. And then you see the price down here, it's right down in the lower left, $571,000. So that's really not that much of a price reduction. This home has $28,000 in a price reduction, but the home is $688,000. If we scroll down just a little bit deeper, these two right here have $38,000 and $38,000 on both of these homes, and they're both rated about $682,000. So here's the thing you really need to pay attention to, guys, when buying a brand new home. These home builders really don't want to have to reduce prices. You can see over on the left side of the screen, even though that home has a $38,000 price reduction, the price of the home is $682,000. That's only about a 5% price reduction. They're not really wanting to reduce the prices because what they're trying to do is they're trying to buy down the rates for home buyers because they know the most important thing is to give a home buyer an affordable monthly mortgage payment, and that's why they're trying to buy down the rate. But at the end of the day, they're still keeping prices elevated. But in my opinion, when I start to see these kind of smaller price reductions, I think this is going to ultimately lead to larger price reductions with these buy down rates. All right, so back by popular demand, I'm now on the most popular online real estate website, Zillow. Now, most people are familiar with Zillow. I usually go to this website near the end of each of my videos just to show you some examples of homes that are for sale here in the Las Vegas area where I happen to be located, starting usually at a little bit of a higher price point and then working my way down closer to the average price point. The reason why I go on this website, guys, is I want to show you two things. Either the sellers are overpricing their homes in a massive way, or Zillow's algorithm and data is not consistent. So I want to start with this particular home first, and then we're going to work our way down to a little bit of a lower price. All right, so let's take a look at this first example of a home for sale here in the Las Vegas area. This is a newly built single-story modern home. You can see the price point right here in the bottom left, $780,000, but just above it, it says price cut $20,000, which happened on December 10th. So only about a week ago, this home was listed at $800,000. It's now down to $780,000. You can see over here, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and only 1,637 square feet. And below that, take a look right here where I'm moving the arrow. $400 a month HOA. So those are pretty exceptionally high numbers for this kind of a home in this area. All right, so I scrolled down to the price chart history. I want you guys to take a look down here in the bottom left where I highlighted this section in blue. That says right there in the bottom left, May of 2023, that's only 7 months ago, this home was listed for sale and valued at $900,000. Now this is from a home builder trying to sell a brand new home, never lived in before. They cannot get that $900,000 price point. So through the course of the last 7 months, they have been reducing the price point. You can see right above it, $888,000, then $875,000, then $850,000, then $835,000, then $800,000, and now currently $780,000. That's a $120,000 price drop in just the last 7 months. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Whether it's a home builder or a home seller, they cannot get the same prices they were getting 6 to 12 months ago. That's why patience is the prudent play, especially now in the winter months and heading into 2024. I see price reductions happening across the board, regardless of price point. All right, so now let's take a look at this second example of a home that's for sale here in the Las Vegas area. Now, this is a beautiful home, corner lot, former model home. You can see the price point at the bottom left, $698,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 4,100 square foot home. And if we scroll down right there, right where I'm moving the arrow, it's only a $55 a month HOA. But again, more importantly, I want to show you guys down below the price chart history to show you the kind of price reductions that have happened on this home in the last year or so. All right, so I scroll down to the price chart history again. Take a look down here in the bottom left where I've highlighted this in blue. It says April of 2022. So that's about 20 months ago. That was right when we were getting into the peak values of the real estate market. This home was listed for sale, you can see over on the right side, for $820,000. $600,000 and there were no buyers. So the sellers have been reducing the price slowly over the course of this period of time. They went to $799, $735, $698. They had a pending sale at $698, but it obviously fell through, and then they relisted it at the beginning of December for $698. So this is another perfect example, guys, of patience being the prudent play. Had you bought this home about 18 to 20 months ago, you would have been paying over $800,000. Nobody bought it at the time because it was most likely overpriced, and they've reduced it now all the way down to $698, and they still don't have a buyer. So the likelihood is that this home is probably going to get reduced even more. This is what I continue to tell you guys. A lot of sellers are still going by last year's prices. That is not the case anymore. If you continue to be patient, I think especially with these kinds of home prices where sellers are overpricing their homes or home builders are overpricing their homes, being patient, when we get through 2024, we're going to see more price reductions. All right, so let's take a look at this third example of a home that's for sale here in the Las Vegas area. You can see on the bottom left, this home is currently listed at $579,000, but just above it in that small red text, it says price cut $20,000 on December 6th. So only about 2 weeks ago, this home was listed at about $600,000. It's now down to $579,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,888 square feet. But again, I want to go down to the chart down below to show you the discrepancies here with the Zillow algorithm and the value of this home. Let's take a look at the chart right now. All right, so I want you guys to focus your attention right here in the middle of the screen, right where I'm moving that small arrow. Just to the right of that, in that small chart, it says March of 2023. So that's about 9 months ago. I want you to take a look over here on the far left. If you can't read that small number, it says $444,000. That's where Zillow had this home valued and estimated about 9 months ago. Now here's where it gets kind of crazy. Focus your attention right here in the middle of the screen, right next to that small arrow. I moved the chart up now 1 month later to April of 2023. If we go over to the far left here, now the Zillow estimate has the home at $584,000. So let's go backwards for a second. In March of 2023, Zillow estimated this home value at $444,000. 1 month later, they moved it up to $584,000. That's a $140,000 increase in just 1 month, which makes absolutely no sense. That is not true value because no home at that price point can go up $140,000 in that time period. All right, so let's take a look at this fourth and final example of a home that's for sale here in the Las Vegas area. Now, just so you guys know, the median home price in Las Vegas right now currently is about $449,000. So you can see here on the bottom left, I'm well below the median price point here, and I want to show you this example because even at this price point, there are big price reductions happening. So take a look here on the bottom left. You can see the price right here is currently listed at $385,000. Just above it in that small red text, it says price cut $15,000 right at the end of November. So about 2.5 weeks ago, this home was listed at about $400,000. It's now down to $385,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,000 square foot home. And then right here, right where I'm moving the arrow, it's only got a $25 a month HOA. But again, I want to go down to the price chart history just to show you the price reduction going on with this particular home. All right, so now we're in the price chart history section. I want you to take a look down here in the bottom left, right where I highlighted this in blue. In the bottom left, it says October of 2023. So that's only 2 months ago. This home was listed for sale for $420,000. There's been no buyers. So they started to reduce it slightly to $410,000, no buyer, $400,000, no buyer, and now where it's currently listed at $385,000, there's still no buyers. That's a $35,000 price reduction in just 2 months. That's an aggressive price reduction, especially at this price point where homes move fairly quickly in Las Vegas down in this $400,000 range. So again, it just goes back to what I was saying, guys. If a home is not properly priced and things are slowing down now, we're going to see more price reductions, whether we're in the luxury category or an average price point home like this.
So here's the deal, guys. I think it's fair to say that many of us are shell-shocked as to how overpriced everything still is in this economy. In my opinion, the economy is a complete house of cards. It is fueled mostly by people taking on unimaginable debt. Most people are hanging on by their fingernails. So when it comes to big ticket items like buying a home, if you don't have to do that right now, don't do it. We are now entering this December through February time period. This is the slowest part of the real estate season. So if you can wait things out and be patient, I think home prices are definitely going to come down as we go through these winter months and especially as we go through the rest of 2024. So before we end today's video, I just want to give a shout out to my favorite comment from last week's video. Now I actually have 2 this week. The first one I'm going to put up here on screen in just a second, which I thought was actually pretty funny. Take a look at this. It says, starting January 1st, customers will be required to unload the trucks at Walmart. This will be in addition to your self-checkout duties. So I thought that was pretty funny because not only do we have to pay for these overpriced products, now it feels like we have to work for the stores as well. So now I want to show you guys my other favorite comment from last week's video, and that goes to Donna. Now I'm going to put her comments up here on full screen. This is pretty stunning. Take a look at this. I found a grocery receipt from months ago, normal stuff you would buy on a weekly basis. I took my receipt and bought the same things, wanted to see how much the cost was now. OMG, 8 months ago, I paid $158.41. Now the same items, $243.27. How sad is this? How do they expect us to feed our families? So that comment perfectly illustrates that inflation is nowhere near under control. That woman is paying nearly 65% more in her grocery bill than she did just 8 months ago. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on in terms of what you're paying for your groceries, how much more expensive everything is. It doesn't matter if it's groceries or insurance or anything else. Let me know what you're frustrated about. And my favorite comment from this week's video, I'm going to give a direct on-screen shout out to in next week's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I also hope you appreciate my transparency. Like I've said before, I'm always going to keep it 100% real on this channel regarding the overall real estate market, with specific emphasis here in the Las Vegas area. So like I've been advocating, guys, in a lot of my previous videos, and especially in this video, we all know everything is still massively overpriced in this economy. Unfortunately, everyday items are things that we still do need to buy. But when it comes to big ticket items like homes or cars, if you do not have to buy a home right now, especially during this December through February time period, definitely sit tight, sit on the sidelines, let the storm pass. This is the slowest part of the real estate season. I think as we go into 2024 and well into 2024, home prices are going to recede across the country and especially here in the Las Vegas area. With that said, if you are thinking about buying a home here in Las Vegas, where I happen to be located, I've got your back. I'm a local real estate agent here. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. When the time is right for you, definitely reach out to me. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll help you find that perfect dream home. I'll see you in the next video.